We're doing stuff. We're making sawdust. We're on live on Instagram and YouTube. So thanks again for joining us. And again, we're here for you. This is for you so you can understand what it takes to build an electric guitar from scratch by hand. There's no CNCs in this shop. There never will be.
Yes, there will.
Yes. The best CNC is that machine right there.
Right.
Yeah, that guy right there. Guys, today for our wood, we're talking about this giant redwood slab. Destined to be some cool stuff. Super curly. Super curly. You can tell it by the live edge. See all these swirly lines? This was the bark side of the tree. And you can just tell it's like a river. It's just flowing, man. I've seen a lot of redwood used in a lot of different ways.
Wait, show him how strong you are. Ooh, he's strong.
Right. I've seen redwood used in a lot of different ways. A lot of people use it for tops, acoustic tops, electric tops. Some people use it for electric bodies. I have done that. That guitar up there is a redwood body.
The shop beast.
It is super lightweight, super lightweight. I think that's got aftermaths in it with a maple neck, and it is a very, very trebly guitar. That's just kind of sometimes how it goes. With the aftermaths and then the neck weighing as much and the body being super light, you just lose a lot of bottom end when it's that light. I think I measured it out. It was like 1.8 pounds board foot, and that is super crazy light. So that's why it doesn't have any bottom end. You want a little bit of weight. 2.4, 2.6 is right in the mahogany range. So that's generally what I would shoot for. This might be 2 pounds of board foot. Probably not good for the body, but tops and things like that, A-okay, man.
Well,
A-okay.
a top is in fact exactly what it's going to be.
Yes,
It's going to be a dusk top.
a desktop, yes. I got this piece specifically for Aaron so he could have a desktop to do some work on when he's out and
Inside
about
my
and-
trailer.
Yeah, yeah. When he's probably out in Grand Tetons or wherever he's going next. But yeah, super nice, super clean. We got it from Unique Woods of the Northwest.
And it's got a cool recovery story.
Yeah, this piece, from what I remember, it was in the back of some mayor's.
It was like it fell in their driveway
in
or
their
something.
driveway or in the backyard, something like that. And so, like, it fell. It was pretty much dead. It was dead, dying. They only used salvage stuff, reclaimed wood. Not even reclaimed. It's basically salvage wood, trees that have died
Right.
or dying. So that's what they do. And this tree had obviously fallen down, and you can see this guy is not even near some of the center of the tree. This is the outside of the tree, and if this is one of the, this tree is probably this wide, probably.
Yeah.
It's a good 6 foot diameter.
Yeah, it's a monster.
It's a monster, absolute monster. You can see it kind of starts to go into a flat solid spot right here, but this is completely cornered right up there. And you can also tell that it grew pretty fast by the tree lines. See that? So this is 1 year of growth right here. 1 year. So it grew really fast. I bet this tree was probably, I don't know, count the ties, maybe 30 years old before it fell. That's the way it goes.
Shit, I'd bet more than that. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 years alone.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, so maybe 50 years old. Maybe 50 years old.
I'm going to give it closer to 60.
I don't know. We'll never know because I don't know. All right, guys, let's get on to the main shop area. Come on. And we'll start doing some work and get some sawdust to go in. But first, let's check this guitar out. Pretty cool.
Woo!
Yeah.
She is looking awesome.
It's a new Star design.
We still haven't come up with an official name for it yet. So if you're feeling clever, throw something out in the comments.
Yeah. Like, comment, share. I got it right this time. Yeah. We got the bevels on it. The neck has been carved. It's looking good. We're going to be planing the fretboard, getting it ready for fretting. Body's looking killer. Beveled out. Go in the comments. Go back in my
Previous videos.
I think I released one earlier this week or last week or something like that. I released too many to be worried about it. So, yeah, go back and check it out. You can see me routing all the round over. This bevel. I've been sanding it, getting it ready for doing a couple of things.
You moved the jack.
Yes, check that out. Right there. Very cool way to kind of just hide it. Right on that end.
Kind of hold it up as if you were playing, so that way we can kind of see where it would, where it's gonna hang from.
It came right there.
The angle of the dangle.
Super heavy duty. Pure metal. Reverse headstock.
And the very first Star you've built.
Yep. It's cool.
So what's
like
what's our front wood, back wood? What are we working with here?
Well, we got top wood's quilt maple. Back wood, we got nice figured sapele. We got a nice bird's eye maple neck with an ebony board.
Nice.
Yep, glow in the dark inlay dots. So when you're on stage, you can really get in there. That'll be good. So we don't want to get lost in the dark. Put this over here. And now for the beginning of this video, I want to stress you got to know how to check out the neck, because the neck has been glued, the neck's been planed, it's been, you know, carved. I've sanded the bottom of my fretboard, the top's sanded, there's a truss rod in here. So now we got to figure out, you know, what's going on with it, because it probably has moved. It's probably, I've been stressing it, making sure everything's good to go. So the best way to check your neck is get a straight edge. This is a precision straight edge. And so I could tell just by doing that, it's got a little bit of back bow in it. You can see it, I've got it right in the middle and move this thing. So that means we've got back bow, it's kind of doing something like that right there.
A little too taut.
A little bit too taut right here in the middle. And so we can adjust that with the truss rod. And let me go get my trusty Allen wrench.
Yeah, this thing does look like a weapon.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's got a little bit of back bow in it. I'm gonna
Just let it relax a little.
yeah, just give it a little bit of twerk on the truss rod. Let's see what that's doing. Did it the wrong way.
Whap, whap.
Yeah. So I'm gonna release it. I shouldn't have to do more than a quarter turn, really, to get this thing to where it needs to be. I'm going to stress it just a little bit, put a little downward pressure, flexing the truss rod. And now I can know that I'm pretty close to it.
It's not fishtailing on you.
It's not fishtailing on me really that much. So I've got my trusty feeler gauges here. I've got a 2000 feeler gauge. That's less than a thickness of a piece of paper. So let's see what we get. I can slide it in there just a little bit like that. Got nothing there. Nothing there. At the end I can. That's cool. Because I always have to put a ramp in. Ramps are always important. Let's go here. See if that ramp, yep, it's there. There's a little bit of a hole right here, you can tell. And then just barely a little bit of hole right there, that's fine. I'd be planing this thing out, so it really doesn't matter. A little bit of a hole, fall away there.
And so you're looking for a little space? Or
I'm looking for a little bit of space. I want to see if there's anything there. There's already ramp built in, which is great. So I use tapered fingerboards. So this is usually about, the thickness at the nut is usually, I want to say 15 thou thinner.
The horn.
The nut.
The horn nut.
The horn nut, yeah. The horn nut. So that's basically how it goes, because I want the same amount of gap here as here. And this thickness of the fretboard is equal to this thickness right here. So that's just something that's visually appealing to people when they're playing. The string spacing is the same here as it is there. And by that I mean the string is just about the same, far enough away from the actual fret as here and here. And you can always tell that. So let's get to planing this guy. I've got 150 grit on this. I've marked up my board so I know exactly where I'm gonna be.
You'll see high spots and low spots.
I'll see high spots and low spots.
So if it's still there after you sand, you've got a low spot.
Yep.
So whenever you're building the neck, how long do you kind of let it sit and relax and stress before you start kind of sanding on it? Or is it something you can kind of just jump right into?
I can jump into it because what I do is I use epoxy. So I'm not introducing water into the system. Whenever you introduce water into the system, your neck can act weird, your fretboard can act weird because you're bringing up the moisture of the actual wood, which I don't want to do.
Are you talking about like when you glue it down, or?
Yeah, when I glue it down. And that's not something I want to do. I want to work on it. I want to get it stable. It's stable when I glue it up, so you know what's going on. So you can tell I've got a low spot right here because I still have pencil marks right there. I've got a low spot right here and a low spot right here. I'm not really worried about this area per se right now because I've got to have a ramp on there. So I'm just going to kind of work some of these areas.
And so when you sand, are you sanding evenly across the board to get the low spot down here?
Yeah, I'm sanding pretty evenly. I want to keep my radius the same. And this is a 16-inch radius. So it's pretty flat. I don't want to fall off. I'm taking it nice and easy with this 150 grit. It was at 80 grit.
Shaping the curve in?
Mm-hmm. Well, the curve's already there. I just have to preserve it. I just have to keep it. And there are several ways that I can do that by reinforcing how I'm sanding this. Just making sure my pressure is nice and even. And I'm not going crazy on one side versus the other.
What kind of pickups do you think you're going to use in this guy?
I don't know.
It's got to go to 11.
You know, I've got a set of Righteous Sound. No, it's Righteous Sound. Blade pickups that I think would be cool on this guitar, but I'm also thinking about the Acid Bath pickups from Crondelet. So we'll see how that ships out.
Well, we know what Hazer's going to want.
He wants a hardtail. Which, yes, this is coming with. You can see that, like right now, I've only got pencil marks right here. I've got some right here. So let's just check it out real fast. Spray off the dust. Put my straight edge on. Make sure I'm nice and parallel down the center line. Go back to the 2 thou. Can't get that under there, so that's good. My ramp is right here. That's a very good thing. I need a ramp there because I need clearance for the string to go over the fret and the body joint. The body joint sometimes typically can push it up. It happens on acoustics all the time.
Plus, it wouldn't be as noticeable with your super jumbo frets.
Yeah. Everything's looking pretty good so far. Don't have any holes, really. I've got my ramp right there, so that's really good. So we've got this thing all flat. I'm gonna go grab my radius block. This is my 16th inch radius block, and I'm gonna bump up to 220.
Man, how many guitars have you sanded with that?
I know every single A string. I know that. Oh, I'd have to go back and look at my records and see how many guitars I've built. I know it's probably over 100 in this shop alone.
They're just getting faster and better.
Yeah, they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinforce the radius with this radius block. I'm going to go ahead and mark it up again.
And thank God Kelly made you that pencil.
I've used
with
it.
that thick lead.
I've used it. So you can see I'm hitting a lot of it. And that's a good thing.
Nice and even.
Nice and even. Just going to reinforce that ramp. By sanding one just a little bit. Should make myself a jig that holds the neck with the littlest amount of pressure I can.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see what that is.
I'm gonna say it now. I feel like right about now, somewhere here pretty soon, Todd should be jumping in.
He always comes a little bit later.
He's been bugging you for that koa.
He likes the koa. Let's see what we got now. I want my ramp to start at about the 6th fret, maybe a little bit higher. And it does. Let's see what we got here. Trying to keep it as parallel to the center line and then the edge side. Well, I need a little bit more right there. That's almost good. Let's keep going just a little bit more. Pretty close.
What were some of the names we were tossing around for this?
Nebulous.
Nebula.
Nebula. That's pretty close right there. That's 1 fret in front. Let's see what this side looks like.
I also did like how 3i Atlas is spelled. Instead of star,
Atlas.
instead of star, it would be S3AR. Come on, man, it's only fitting.
I don't know.
Well, now that we've got a second interstellar object coming into the do a little lap around the sun.
We're an interesting planet, man. Everybody wants to get along.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right, cool. I think we're pretty good there. Now the next step that I like to do is I need that chair that you're sitting on. Now open this up. So I'm going to be using this. And we're using a tapered bit. You can get these from StuMac, lots of different places. The Luthier supply places, you see that, how the tip tapers in. That's the tapered bit. And what we're going to be doing is opening up.
Just cleaning it out a little.
Yeah, that's all it is. This is just cleaning out the slot. It opens up the slot, making sure there's nothing in there. Let's see if I can get the right collar. Nope. That might be. But I think this is it. That's it.
So this is just kind of like deburring it a little bit.
Yeah, you could say that. It basically what this does is it opens the slot on the top, so it creates a chamfer. So when or if you have to refret this thing, which you shouldn't really, when you take the frets out, it doesn't rip the wood away from it, and that's a really important thing. Man, did I nail that? I typically go about 3 to 4 thou, and right now it's at 3 thou, which is perfect. I'll put these on you.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have that on. I gotta have it on so I can see. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just ride along the slot. Open it up, make sure it's clear. Gotta plug it in first. Now, we got plenty more to do, but as you can see, the slots are clear and they're opened up just a hair, and that's what we want to see.
Perfect.
And I'm always coming this way. I'm not going this way, then this way, then this way. Always bringing it towards me. All right, we'll blow this out. So you can see in some of those I did twice. Like I did this one twice, and then I did this one twice. And that is because those are my registration pin areas. So naturally, when I epoxy this, a little bit of epoxy gets right into the slot. So I make sure that that goes away when I take all that out. All right. Now that that's done, we can bump up to 320. Sandpaper is expensive, guys. Work smarter.
Yeah.
Instead of using a whole lot of sandpaper for that, just to cover that one spot, I'll just do it like this. Sandpaper is really expensive. I remember that carborundum used to be like a roll like that was like $60 a piece. That's expensive. So I'm just gonna hit it with 320. And what I'm looking for is the slot to fill up with dust. And of course, my dude got lost here. So there you go. It doesn't take much. One other thing I've got. We use this small block for some things.
Your little ramp. Yeah, this thing looks so good. Some round over on this side, then we got the 45 chamfer. Nice little round over here on the end.
I'm gonna go up with a couple of things.
This is gonna be a unit.
It is. It's gonna be a beast. Go through the grits.
So now you're on 3.
I just finished up 320. I'm gonna go up to 4. This way we keep our nice radius, our nice. And I know we're level. We're only taking maybe a thou or two off. Big bada boom. 600.
Ooh. Ooh. The 5th element. Or call it the 6th element.
That's actually not that bad.
That was a great movie, man.
Yeah, it was. It was a really good movie.
That'd be a great name for the guitar. The 6th element.
Maybe. Everything's a maybe at this point. We're up to 1,500 right now, guys. This is what this is.
Man, that's one of those movies I don't think they could ever remake. Like, how could they?
I don't know.
Multipass.
And then there's Still Wolf.
You know, actually, it fits so much better for this because this is going to be a 6-string guitar. The 6th element.
Yeah, that actually does. So you can see, guys, this is really nice and smooth and shiny. Yeah. When the light hits it right. You see that? All you can see are the actual pores in the ebony. That's what you're going for. I don't want to see any sanding, scratches, or anything like that. And this is the last chance we'll have to do it because the next step is fretting. And we'll get to that maybe this weekend. Hopefully this weekend. So, that is how you play in the fretboard to get it ready for frets, guys. Again, thanks for being here with us. Thanks for joining us on YouTube and Instagram. We do this every Wednesday, live at 5, Wood Wednesday. And we do this for you so you can have the knowledge when you want to buy a custom guitar. You can have an understanding and a good conversation with the luthier that you choose for your guitar. So, that's it, guys. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Peace.